What's up, everybody? My name is TJ. I'm a marketing intern here at Disney, and a few days ago we asked you to submit your questions via Instagram about the application and interview process to land an internship here at Disney. I'm here with Yoshi, Khalifah, and Ian, and they're going to help me answer those questions for all of y'all.
Yeah, we're super excited to be here. Thanks for letting us.
Thanks for having us.
Alrighty, should we dive in?
Let's do it.
Get started.
Question number 1. What are the requirements to apply for a Disney Professional Internship?
Yeah, so there's several requirements to do a professional internship. One is you have to be at least 18 years of age. The second is you need legal authorization to work in the United States. Third is you need to be currently enrolled in an accredited college or university taking at least one class, or have graduated within the last 6 months at the time of application. The fourth is you will need to have a reliable transportation plan to and from work. So those are kind of all the minimum requirements.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right, thank you. On to the next question. How important is a cover letter and portfolio for your application?
I can take this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it really depends. I think most positions are not going to require a cover letter or a portfolio.
Awesome.
If the position does require that, it's going to be listed in the job description. Really just make sure you're reading thoroughly through that job description. If it does ask for a cover letter or portfolio, make sure that that's uploaded. If it's not required, again, it's not really necessary, but if you do one, make sure it's tailored to the job description and make sure it's not just a generic overall cover letter that you can send out to anybody. Really make sure that it's specific to the position that you're applying for.
Right. And kind of bouncing off that a little bit, do you think that candidates should spend a lot of time on every application that they're sending in, really tailoring their resume for that specific job description?
I do. I think the resume should really be the focus,
Right.
even more so than the cover letter. While the cover letter can sometimes be important for those communications type roles
Gotcha.
or journalism,
Mhm.
where they're going to want to see those writing samples. I think otherwise you really want to focus your attention on the resume.
Awesome, thank you. Alrighty, so the next question is, what is the best way to have an application that stands out?
Okay, I'll take this one. So really to stand out is making sure you have a clear, clean kind of resume that's really easy to, identify and extract the information, right? As far as the information we want or need is definitely make sure you look at the required skill sets and the desired skill sets that's listed in the job description. It really should, the technical skill set should be laid out in there. So we definitely want to see kind of, if you have how you've utilized and how you've done the relevant experience. If it's not from industry, that's totally okay. We know your full-time job is to be a student. So definitely throw in there how you've done it in an extracurricular activity or in a personal project or clubs, fraternity, sorority, whatever it is. We just want to know how you've done that relevant experience, in a different avenue.
Right.
Mhm.
And being that people don't want their resume to get lost in the pile, so to say, do you recommend throwing color or designing your resume a certain way? I know a lot of people have questions about putting their own pictures on resumes. What is your take on that?
So my take is making sure that it goes back to easy to read. So yeah, of course, colors are great, but if the colors are taking away from the information, of course, then you're not doing the proper job of making sure it's easy to see and extract the information. So that's what I would say is definitely be conscious of what colors you use or what designs you're going to use. That doesn't take away from that information.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
And just to piggyback off of that, I think sometimes a picture can take up a lot of space on a resume. Use that space to showcase your skills, and it's really going to set you apart
Gotcha.
with the previous experience. I think that would be more important than
Yeah.
the
I would agree.
graphics or the picture.
I would
Awesome.
agree.
All right. Thanks, everyone. All right. So next question: what previous experience do you look for in an applicant?
That's a great question. I'll take that one if you guys don't mind. So previous experience is obviously important, but I think it's most important that you are focused on the job description and what experience you have that aligns with that particular role, right? So it's good to meet all of the basic qualifications and even some preferred, but the experience that we're looking for is definitely going to be outlined in the job description. So be sure that you can tell your story and that make sure that your knowledge and your experience aligns with the role that you are applying for.
Awesome.
Would you guys add
Yeah,
to
and
that?
I think Yoshi touched on this as well earlier. It doesn't have to be professional experience. It can
Right.
be school experience or personal projects.
Absolutely.
So make sure that that's on your resume. If you have it, that's going to fit the description.
Awesome. Thank you. Alrighty. Is it required to do the Disney College program before applying for one of our internships?
Yeah, so not necessarily. It's really going to depend on the position. We do have some alumni-only positions where you do have to have a previous program in order to be eligible, but that's not the case with all of our opportunities. So it's going to tell you in the job description if that is a requirement. For those that it's not a requirement, it's definitely nice to have. It's great to see that you've had previous experience, know a little bit about the company culture, and have worked for the company before, but definitely not a requirement for all.
Awesome. Yeah. Alrighty, what are your 3 best tips for an interview? I guess we can go kind of down the line here.
That's a great question.
All right.
Yeah.
So my tip, first, I guess one tip would be definitely show us your affinity for the company, right? And not just, I grew up watching the movies, or, I kind of attended the parks. So really do that extra step and really learn about what we have, right? We have more than just the movies, and there's the streamings, right? And there's Marvel, and there's different studios, all types of business work. So really kind of trying to go above and beyond, and really showcasing that you want to be in our company from a knowledge perspective, and kind of really understanding what your interests are.
Right.
Yeah.
Making sure your values align with the company's values and all of that.
Right.
Awesome. What about you, Khalifah?
My tip would be prepared prior to the interview. So what does that mean? Be prepared can mean many different things, but certainly make sure that you have your resume ready, you're in a nice quiet space before the interview, you've reviewed the job description, you know kind of how you're going to sell yourself or tell your story, and just make sure that's projected throughout the interview, and then have a smile. So not every interview is going to be in person. We have different ways that we interview, but we can definitely pick up that positive energy.
Absolutely.
So yeah, be prepared.
Great. Thank you. And Ian?
I would say have a few questions ready that you genuinely want to know about the position, as much as the hiring leaders or the person interviewing you is looking to see what you can bring to the team. We also want to make sure that it's a right fit for you. So you want to have questions that are going to help to decide if it's a right opportunity for you as well. So really think of those genuine questions that you want to know about the opportunity.
Great, awesome. Alrighty, so this actually happened to me. So what if I accept a Disney college program but am later offered a PI?
That means you're a total rock star.
Basically.
But no, that's a great question because it happens, quite often. And really, it's up to the participant or the candidate to decide what opportunity they would like to take. Behind the scenes, we'll take care of the magic. But really, that's all. There's not much to it. It's really up to the individual if you want which opportunity you want to accept.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we should not feel restricted.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad if you already accepted a college program, but you just got offered a professional internship. We promise you, we're super excited for you.
Awesome.
So there should be no hesitation. Again, it kind of goes back to what Khalifah said. It's up to the person to accept the college program or the professional internship. Yeah.
Great. That's reassuring.
Yeah.
So where do most professional interns live during their internship?
I can take this one. It really is going to depend on the location of the internship. We do have opportunities all across the country, so it really is going to vary. We do have some locations that do have some limited intern housing that is available. The majority do not, so it will be on the intern to find a place to live.
Gotcha.
And with that said, while we don't recommend specific housing complexes or locations, we do have some resources that we can share that previous other interns have done, just to give them some, like a starting point to be able to start the search.
Awesome. Well, it looks like we're down to our last question, and that is, if I see a PI this year that I'm interested in, will it be available at the same time next year?
Sure, I'll take that one. So we offer a lot of opportunities, right? But it could be seasonal. So I think it depends on the business need for that particular role. So if you are interested, definitely apply. If you're not ready, know that it is an opportunity that we may offer in the future, but nothing is guaranteed. So I think that it's important that, again, you stay close to our different offerings, make sure that you're signed up to get those email notifications, and that way you can stay up to date with what opportunities we have at that time.
Right, that's great to know.
Yeah, I would just add on that, just a tip, something to recommend is even if you're not ready to apply right now, still go through and look at some of the areas in the internships
That's a great
that are
point.
in the realm of what you're looking
That's
to
a
do.
great point.
Because while the same area or team might not be recruiting the next season, it's a good opportunity to see what the requirements are so you can see what to work towards for when you are ready to apply.
Absolutely.
Whether it's with the same team or with a different team.
Great. Alrighty, well, like I said, that was our last question, so thank you so much, recruiters, for joining us today. And good luck to everybody as you send those applications in. We hope to see you here, and we hope to welcome you into the Disney family.
Awesome. Bye.